Hello and welcome to Cryptoflifetales, Missing Persons. Today we are talking about the disappearance of Desirea Ferris. Desiree was 18 years old when she disappeared on May 2nd, 2017. Desiree was raised primarily by her mom. Her parents divorced when she was younger. She and her sister was picked up from their home by one of their male friends who had an extensive criminal record to meet with friends at the friend's house. Her phone last pinged blocks away. Later in the evening, Desiree's sister, Samantha, was dropped off blocks from her home and walked the remainder of the way home. The neighborhood Desiree was hanging out at was a drug-ridden area of Kansas City. Desiree's family insists she wasn't a drug addict. She just hung out with the wrong crowd. According to a witness, Desiree was with Robert J. Keegan and a Ford F-150 on the afternoon of May 1st. The witness says Keegan dropped Desiree and the witness off at a McDonald's off of Van Brunt Boulevard in Kansas City around 5 p.m. From there, court documents show the witness said Mark Arzola gave her and Desiree a ride to a McDonald's off South 291 Highway in Liberty. The witness said she got out, but Desiree stayed in the vehicle with Arzola. Now, I didn't see anything to say why did they need to leave one McDonald's to go to another McDonald's. I just found that really suspicious. Moving along. After that, Arzola told the investigators he took Desiree to his home at 8111 Highland in South Kansas City. Investigators say Mark Arzola told them that Desiree left the house around 1:30 a.m. on May 2nd. He said she got into a white truck, but he couldn't see who was the driver, and he refuses to talk to investigators about the case. Now, on May 2nd, just before 1 a.m., Desiree made a call to her sister at 2:06 a.m. and texted her sister saying that she was coming home, but she never arrived. Her last Facebook activity came at 3 a.m. and her phone was turned off at 4 a.m. Then all communication stopped. Now, investigators checked phone records and say that Keegan exchanged 23 text messages with Desiree's phone between 10:20 p.m. to 10:58 p.m. on May 1st. A detective wrote in court records after 10:58 p.m. no messages were exchanged between Keegan and Desiree's phone, leading investigators to believe Keegan may have picked her up from Arzola's residence. Now, Arzola was in custody in Cass County for violating his probation, possession of a controlled substance, and resisting arrest. Keegan is in federal custody after he was indicted for conspiracy to distribute methamphetamine, possession of methamphetamines with intent to distribute, and felon in possession of a firearm. Liberty police haven't named any suspects in the case as of yet. Now, in an interview on the Unfounded podcast, and I will leave that link in the description box at the bottom of the video, Desiree's stepmom says that her children noticed social media posts that Desiree made that made her think she was hanging out with the wrong crowd. She said she begged Desiree to not drop out of high school, but however she did. The family hired a private investigator, and he conducted the searches and distributed flyers, and it all came up empty. Now, dozens of people have searched the neighborhood of where Mark Arzola lived, 811 Highland, and nothing has came up as of yet. Captain Andrew Hedrick with Liberty Police said detectives have spoken with hundreds of people. Many leads have led them to the South Kansas neighborhood, primarily where Arzola lived. Names have came up, but no charges have been filed. Though Ferris remains classified as a missing person, obviously the concern is that it's something much worse than missing. One person of interest said that he would speak with investigators if granted full immunity, but investigators have not agreed to that deal. Now, Robert J. Keegan and Mark Arzola were the last two people to see Desiree alive. Now, here's a recording of Mark Arzola's account of Desiree's disappearance. Check it out.
So then she gets in.
No, she told me to take her home because she hung up on him. She told me to take her home. I said, okay, that's fine. I got on the highway, right there on Red Bridge, 71. And normally I would have gotten her, I would have got on and just kept going. Yes.
Okay, so you're at the house now.
Inside, I was inside 15 minutes. And Jason was up and driving.
And by this time, it's like 2 o'clock, 2, 3 a.m. What time is it now?
It's got to be around 2 o'clock.
About 2 o'clock in the morning.
She texted me right after, like maybe 10, 15 minutes after I left, told me she left it close to o'clock.
Okay. I saw those text messages. So who did she leave with?
She left in the gray truck, the white truck. It was Jason Bourne, or whatever.
Jason. And who else?
Was anybody else in the car?
Nobody else?
No, they were supposed to be going, they were supposed to go up here by 85th and, by 85th to one of our friends' houses up there, just go there. And then
Who lives up there? Who is that up there?
Just this one guy, they call him Superman. He lives up there. They were gonna stop by there, see what they were doing, and they were supposed to go to where Jason was staying.
And then they were
Where was
supposed to go with
Jason staying?
Yes, where was
I had
Jason
no
staying?
clue. Jason had 10 different houses. Jason stayed 10 different places. He'd stay. One day he'd be at Chad's. One day he'd be in Independence. He had several different places. He had his clothes and everything else to east.
But what did Jason say?
Yeah, but what did Jason say?
What is Jason?
What did he say happened to her?
Jason told me the same thing, dude. He told me before he goes 72nd and Prospect.
That he claims he dropped her off at.
Yes.
Why?
Okay, that didn't happen.
Why did he drop her off at 72nd and Prospect?
I had no clue.
Supposedly there was a friend she was going to, is what I heard.
If anything happened, because I know she was pissed off at him. I do know that. So if she started arguing with him or yelling at him, whatever, and she told him to drop her off, whatever, the only other person's number that she knows to call would have been Rob's.
Yeah, he hasn't. The police have already talked to them. The detectives and stuff have already talked to all of them.
The detectives need to look closer. Everything in Rob's house is recorded to a backup server, and it goes back to at least 2 to 3 months.
What is he, like a
Okay.
CIA
We
or
did
something?
We
hear
don't
that.
know.
I've heard that before.
He's either a dirty cop or he's a CI, one or the other.
Rob Curry
He's walked away, as I
don't know
said,
what
from too
he's-
many things.
I don't know
Meth
what he's
labs,
paid for.
everything.
I don't know what he's getting out of, I don't know what he's doing or what he's getting out of it. I know that he's out there doing dumb shit to dumb people.
Yeah, but somebody knows what happened
Yeah.
to Desiree.
Yeah.
And
I'm
that's
the
just
one-
what we're looking for.
The part is that my mom and everybody and all of us are dying, and that's because I'm out here deceiving everybody I know. Do you know what half of these people would do to me out here? Do you know what half of them would do if they found out? No, they'll kill
because
me
if
real
they
quick.
think- so that's-
Desiree was a good person.
Yep, she was.
I know she was. I went to my house, put myself first.
Don't
Do you
yell
think
at
this?
me.
I'm
Don't
not
yell
yelling at you, ma'am.
He's getting
and get
upset.
worse
I'm not yelling at you.
emotional.
He's getting upset. He's
Okay.
not.
You know,
You're
you're
looking
the one
mean.
sitting here doing this to me, okay?
Honey,
No, let me tell you
stop,
something.
stop, honey, stop. You're
I
getting,
am-
stop. I'm sorry, guys. He's not really hollering at you. When Mark gets emotional, he really.
The family has formed a group called Desiree's Army to look at tips in regards to Desiree's disappearance. Desiree is 5 feet 1 inch, 101 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. She might have been wearing a fuzzy pink jacket and a cream crop top. She was last known to have a tan purse. Now, the family suspects foul play, and a neighbor of Desiree's family, who's a member of Desiree's army, told her stepmother and the neighbor, and as well as True Crime TV, that he saw Desiree's body in a white truck, deceased. The neighbor says that Desiree was driven to the drug house in the white truck. The neighbor said he was told that Desiree's body was placed in a concrete barrel. Now, there have been searches in nearby bodies of water, but nothing's come up as of yet. The family has a $4,000 reward for anyone who knows anything about Desiree's disappearance. Anyone with information about her disappearance or whereabouts, I will leave the information in the description box below. I pray that Desiree's family and friends find resolution in her disappearance, that they find out what happened to their loved one. My thoughts and prayers go out to her family and friends. Thank you so much for watching.